Yo, fellow Edain Unchained fans, welcome to our first video of the how-to series. First things first, Gondor, as you already read it in the title. Yeah, let's jump right into it. I have a POV of mine, and yeah, so you can also see which buttons I'm pressing. I will explain this and why I do this. Obviously, I don't play everything correctly, but I guess I can play on a kinda high level. So you can probably learn a thing or two. I can also pause in this replay to explain certain things that I do. And yeah, the first things we do, this is actually very important in the start. When you play Men of the West and Dwarves, the first thing you want to do is select the realm. So when you select the realm, you actually get your troops. Then what you want to do is you split your first two battalions to get as much value out of them as possible, since it's way more effective to be out on two places of the map to creep two creeps at once. And then the second thing you want to do is you want to build a barracks and get your scout hero. Those are tips that you can follow as every faction. Obviously some factions don't have ordinary barracks, but yeah, let's see how we progress this game. You see I have $600 left, I guess money. Luckily we are not in the US in this game. Yeah, that's how things start going. I got my first outer settlement building, now my second one. So those are the first steps that you want to do on every faction. You get 2 settlements, which cost like 200 each, a barracks which costs 300, 1 sword battalion which costs 200, and a scout hero which costs 100. And the citadel also produces some money, so yeah, you kinda can spend it. Actually, yeah, you can also start with spears or swords. Actually, it doesn't really matter too much, I think. Let's see what I actually did. I started with spears. Yeah, spears, I guess, are better if you're confident in holding your ground against the enemy. It's kind of risky actually against Logan, because Logan is very strong in the early game. If my enemy plays very aggressive, I can get into trouble. For example, if he harasses me here while I'm creeping, or if it would be better to harass the other battalion because I don't have a scout nearby, then I could get kinda messed since spears are weak in early combat. Yeah, but I went for the greedy start, since yeah, Gondor swords are also very strong in the early game with the formation. I guess I have the horn as well. Yeah, but my enemy is actually very good player, TCMG. Maybe not a rank 1, which is Cairo. I'm Snens, by the way, if I haven't said that already. And yeah, I welcome you to watching this. Okay, but you also might notice that I have a lot of control groups on my units. Sorry for pausing the game, but yeah, I explained it in details quite a bit at the start. Later on we will get more fluent. And I also have trouble speaking English, as you might have heard already. So what you want to do is, or what I want to do, I love playing a lot with my keyboard, since I played Age of Empires and stuff. And what I do, I always assign certain control groups to my units. So for the first 2 battalions, I already assigned one on control group 1 and the other one on control group 2. which lets me jump over the map a little bit quicker, because when you press Control and 1, you assign a control group, and once you press 1, you select the assigned troop, and if you press 1 twice, you also jump to the assigned troop on the map. And then yeah, I can jump over the map quite easily. What I also do is, as you just saw, as I jump to the barracks, is I bind my barracks as well. And for production buildings I use 5, 6, 7, 8. And yeah, for units 1 to 4, sometimes 5 when the game gets later. Yeah, okay. My enemy is not here yet, but might change any moment. Oh! No, I didn't cancel a battalion. Very important. Your first priority in the early game is actually to keep your barracks busy, to get troops so you can control creeps, defend your structures, and harass enemy battalions, enemy structures, win fights. Actually more important than to get all the free or empty settlements, because yeah, you can't hold them if you don't have the troops. So the spare money you wanna use for settlements, and yeah, priority number 1 is building units. What I also normally wanna do is the way you wanna creep is you wanna stay right in front of the huts of the spawn location with your troops, so that you get as much experience as possible. If you do it right, you actually get your battalions to level 2, but I guess I messed up here. So a weak point of mine that you can already make use if you face me in the arena. Shout out to the arena guys. Yeah, so you wanna always stand in front of the gate, because a second wave comes out once you're like half the HP, after like 10 seconds or whatever, after you cleared the first one. And then you wanna kill them as soon as possible. You don't want them to walk around this building, because then you have to catch them and waste time. You wanna kill them when they come out. And that's why you see me walking a bit to the back with my troops. To be as effective as I can. That's how you win. Yeah, there you see it. That's how you win RTS games. Yeah, your spares you obviously wanna use against walks or trolls. Walks are actually quite good to creep on in Edain UNCHAINED, since they give you 3 treasures and take less times than trolls. I guess both are very good to creep, but yeah, I'm against Loren, very strong early faction. I don't want to risk out going out on the map too far, because they can already catch me, and yeah, if they have the numbers, I lose. Okay. Yeah, so as you can see, I keep my barracks busy. I keep producing units. It doesn't actually matter. As I said, your first battalion can be swords or spears. Yeah, depends if you wanna go for more creeping or more harass, more defense. Okay. There I see him creeping. TCMG, Loren player. And yeah, I obviously hit him, not the creep. Because that's was very great to get. Oof, that's rough. Hits on the enemy. I actually lucked hard here. I spot him creeping, and I get all the money there. So I just press behind, yeah. Okay, it's very unlucky for him. Then I press Y to get into formation. The hotkeys are actually standardized in Edain, so Okay, I guess I use a German keyboard, not sure how it works in English. But the bottom row, which is Y, X, C, V, and B, are like the first 5 spells, the first 5 buildings, whatever, and the first 5 troops in your buildings or upgrades. So you can make use of them to not, to be even faster and not have to click with your mouse as fast. Yeah, I can toggle the formation quite easy with it by just pressing Y, tapping Y and okay. Yeah, kinda clumped in here. Don't think I can get out versus Dorian, that's why I use the formation. Oh, yeah, he's actually chasing my scout. Quite lucky for me. I get level 2 and then I run. Normally with the top troop, I'm level 2 and here's Dorian's sword, so he should be able to chase me and I lose this battalion, but after it's an old ass game and if you're faster than the enemy, it doesn't automatically mean that you kill his troops because pathfinding is kinda weird. Otherwise, like speedy factions like Eredun or Lothlorien would be hella broken. But you can always hope to get out even if you shouldn't if your enemy should be faster, I guess. And yeah, I built a stable actually, I forgot to say. Yeah, when you have when did I have the money actually? Yeah, so those are the priorities as I said. You wanna build units, use them effectively, and with the spare money you wanna get farms, external buildings. And once you have enough spare money for your second military building, like a stable in my case, you wanna spend it on a military building to be able to pressure the map even more and pressure your enemy. Oh, I'll jump back in replay. Jump to where we were. Yeah, I guess we were kinda there. I have 1k? Not the best money management of my side, but now I get... Yeah, okay. Could have gotten the battalion earlier. The riders, I guess. Yeah, as you can hear, I always spam Y to build the farms instead of clicking it. That lets me move over the map already, but yeah, it's a small thing. Cairo, he's the goat of Edain. He's not using as many hotkeys as I am, but I only let you know because I guess it's good, I think. And with my, especially your leveled battalions, this level 2 battalion, you want to regenerate them. They regenerate whenever they stand still. And that's why I sent them to my base to keep them safe. Now yeah. And as you can see, I always jump over the map just to keep my battalions busy. Yeah. And I also split a lot. You don't want to have a group and just run around your enemy and lose the map, lose out on the creep money. So yeah. Okay, this repair was fucking bad. No, because it was already 1 HP and well, it saved me like a second. Okay, what I did there, you didn't see it, but I had 400 money. I went for a forge since my cavalry is already in building and my barracks is also busy. So yeah, I have spare money. I don't. My CP cap is not in reach yet. So yeah, go for economy. Like the next priority. Economy, okay. Yeah, what I tried to do on the left is I looked for the enemy war creep. If he's doing it with his spears, I can easily contest it with swordsmen if you kill the walks, because they win against spears, they are cheaper, they get produced faster, and I can maybe get the creep or kill his units. So that's always a big win if you can somehow spot the enemy spares with your swords. I'm not doing it very consistently, but yeah, you should always check it because it gives you a very big advantage. There I try to make use of my formations, like spam clicking the units and the formations. As I said, by pressing Y to use the get into formation and Y to get out of the formation to be fast again. There are even better well, it doesn't cost much, it costs only 200 and it regenerates your battalions, especially with cavalry. It's really great. Since I use my cavalry very reckless, I'm not afraid to lose some units to kill some of his. Others would say it's bad micro, but not here. Yeah. As you see, I always want to make sure to get rid of my money. Always reinvest it. Yeah. Now I'm kinda in control, I guess. I have my cavalry here and I wanna hit him hard. He didn't spot my cavalry yet, so that's what you wanna do with your first battalion of cavalry. You wanna deal damage because the enemy doesn't know it yet and probably has his pikes not in perfect position. Unless he's Cairo because he's the goat. And then you can deal a lot of damage. You don't want to show them by just hitting a building or anything because then the enemies won't. Okay, didn't deal actually that much damage, I guess. But well, maybe you can do better. Okay, I am close to 700 CP, so what I need next is CP upgrade. Didn't spot it if I did it. Oh, no I didn't. And yeah, I also built a forge since I can't build another unit because of CP block. It's actually, you might think this is like kind of bad play by me because I'm CP blocked for a time, but I guess it's kind of fine once you have higher CP, like around 900, 700, to be CP blocked even for a little bit to increase your economy, but well, I guess it's also kind of a misplay. So it's a style choice if you want to get more, play more eco heavy or more troop heavy, but I guess I should have gone for the CP upgrade here. CP command points, don't get it twisted. Yeah. And now I keep my units busy, trying to get anything. I spot him on the right. If actually 2 power points, I could go for lonely tower, a lone tower or lonely. Is this tower lonely? Not sure what it's called in English. Oof. Well, with your, that's what you wanna do with your cavalry. You don't wanna have them hitting buildings. You can, but you kinda wanna look for engages to pick off some troops. Okay, and as you saw, I hoarded some money, 1k, not too great actually, because yeah, you want to spend it as fast as possible, but I was busy trying to micro my career and I guess it was I was kind of successful with it. So yeah, then you want to spend your money. I went for more forges. Maybe you can, since I already hoarded 1k, I guess I could have waited for something like Faramir as well. Because like around this timer when you hoard some money, don't be ashamed to get a hero out. Yeah, hella fun. And a good investment for the late game. Yeah. Then yeah, fight there, I retreat. Very important. Cairo and me, we talked in the general tips video about it. Very important not to lose your troops actually. or well, win the trades when you lose your troops, make the enemy lose more troops. Yeah, because you give unit level, you lose troops, you lose enemy gets spell points, everything. So yeah, actually like keeping your units safe for a bit, just not doing anything is better than to lose them, I guess. There I saw that his pikes are kind of on the right, as you can see here. Kind of have to look a bit, so I get a nice trample out of it. Already almost level 2. Level 2 is also a big spike, a big stats, and they regenerate. Okay, now I get another forge. I wanna have one place in my base empty, because yeah, we wanna get I like to get a marketplace. Yeah, this time now I'm kinda more concentrated on spending my money, because I don't have to control my riders, I guess. I'm not looking for engagements. And this is like where you shine as if you wanna get a really good player, to control your units as good as possible and to spend your money, and then the top of the top is make the right choice. So get the right unit types, get the right spell types, use them effectively, and get a hero at the right timing and counter the enemy strategy with your strategy. I guess since I got cavalry into archers, it was kinda nice. Guess I went for the right strategy. So yeah, just quick, fast. You can, what you can see is that I like to press D, F, G a lot. Those are the stances. Yeah, don't mind that, because yeah, it doesn't really matter. Just me having a tick and having to use my hands because I'm a dog. Yeah, use your hands more effectively. Don't do that. You can, I guess you can use like defensive stances, kinda helpful, so your units don't charge in, especially on cavalry or units that you want to regenerate. But yeah, doesn't matter. Okay, now I have like almost, oh, another hella bad repair. Yeah, I have almost 900 CP, and 900 CP is where you can spice things up a little. I guess the game is going kinda good. I have half the map, a full base. I'm kinda winning. I have more troops than him, but now you can get like upgrade, an economy upgrade, whatever upgrade, a unit upgrade, like cavalry shields or barracks level 2 or a hero, because yeah, actually the jump from 900 to 1 CP is not as big like as the jump from 500 to 700 CP percentage wise. So yeah, that's where you can cook up a little bit more. The early game, yeah, you kinda going for units only, or well, I do at least. And later on, the later the game goes, the more you can get creative. I could also go for an archery range to kill his pikeman and kill the rest of my CAV cavalry, but yeah, I prefer this round to play on infantry. You can do whatever. Yeah, and as you can see, I'm where can I actually hide this bar? Well, I will check for the next video. I'm all over the map. The bottom left. have troops anywhere, and this is what, especially what you want to do when you have cavalry, because you force your enemy to have pikemen everywhere, and you can have your cavalry first since they're hella fast, and be dangerous everywhere. Hey, he goes for Galadrim, hella strong in combat, and they have to get a nice trample on them to win engagements. I got Faramir, yeah, cool, versatile hero. Actually, like, what are my choices? I could go for Boromir as well, but Faramir, yeah, kinda nice support. Cavalry, I like him. Yeah, I kinda ran into the pikes there, not the best usage of my hero. Because you wanna level him as fast as possibly, obviously, and running into pikes. Now I have to wait for him to heal up. I'm actually going for the middle spell, central spell, because I have cavalry and infantry. Everything can go into. Can you make use of the formation spell? I like it when you go for cavalry and stuff. If you go for fiefdom units or rangers, it's not that strong. But yeah, for this strategy it's good. Yeah, I'm just moving over the map, trading buildings, trying to kill more troops than he kills of mine, trying to look for good engagements with my horses. This is kind of fine, was only half a pike battalion there, and well, the Gondor guys are elite after all. Very tanky. Oh, at the top I take a bad engagement. I hope I see it. I don't win this. Yeah, I guess this video was also a lot of how I do play the game, not too much about Gondor strategy, but I hope you learned a thing or two about it as well. But yeah, let's move on. Yeah, do an external economy upgrade since I have more of the map, and it also lets you hold the map easier since they get tanky, and even a tower once they hit level 3 your external farms. I go for a right click the Faramir, you kinda force heroes you wanna hit swords or archers. So what I kinda try to do here, but guess I could also go on the ground with him, would be more effective, I guess, here. And yeah, this is the one, this guy on the top left that you just saw. You always have to let one live to tell the story. The enemy gets afraid about all the troops he lost. You notice this. Okay, yeah, there I press R, and on the German keyboard, I guess it's R in English as well. There was a time in Edain where English and German hotkeys actually were different. So if you had your game in English or German installed, but I guess it's R as well for English players now, but you can check it. It's called scatter. So if you select your units, right, let's jump to the scene. No. Where is he? Okay, yeah, here. I see the arrow volley. Then I select all my units and press R, it means split, so all the units just run away. Also good against many spells like Gandalf the Grey from the dwarves when he summons his eagle, explosive fireworks or whatever on you. Then you can only get one battalion hit or stuff. Or against Army of the Dead. So yeah, don't take much damage of it. Yeah, I go for horse shields to get my make my cavalry stronger. Go for strong cavalry this game. I hope a bit more riders. Since he's going for Galadrim and they counter them. Well, he obviously has pikemen, but elite riders with upgrades and stuff, maybe even Faramir leadership, where you can get across and deal more damage to his Galadrim than he does with his spears to them. It's the idea, if he doesn't have enough spears at least. Let's see. Yeah, and, let's just keep on playing. I guess going for archers would have been kinda good for me to kill the spears and trample the rest, but he could also focus them with his Galadrim. His fight is hella bad. Not sure why I take it. I think his Galadrim deals a lot of damage. Okay, well I guess I managed to kill the spears and now I can sweep the rest with Faramir and cavalry. Not looking. This is kinda mistake that I do a lot. I'm looking in my base when I'm fighting, but when you're fighting you actually kinda wanna focus more on your troops because you can lose a lot of resources if you don't do, especially if you have a hero. And yeah, better keep your money unspent for a bit of a time. I guess it's also a how-to series for me to spot my own mistakes and grow as a player. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I really should dismount to Faramir. He could be kinda the archer I need to focus out the pikemen. Would have been a good move, but in the heat of battle you always make mistakes. Can't play everything perfect. Okay, now I need to. Yeah, I spam my. I spam my control groups to get my riders to the front and everything, and this Faramir Micro is kinda ugly actually, but let's see, does he live? I'm hella lucky. Not deserved. It's not how you wanna use heroes, but well I didn't lose him I guess. Okay. Okay, keep on producing units, keep on spending your money. What my next spell choice is here. I guess the tower doesn't do much here. You can go for the barrage if you wanna siege a bit or if you wanna knock down a lot of units, but yeah, I think one of the tier 3 spells is better here. Yeah, that's what I meant to say, like with my reckless riders. I often ride into enemies where I also lose riders, but I kill some swords, I kill some Galadrim or whatever. Then you can just retreat to your well and heal them back up. Obviously a bit of downtime, but you can do it. Okay, on the left, yeah, he catches me a bit off guard, I guess. Okay, yeah, what I do here is I build a lighthouse. What is it called? No, a lighthouse is the Belfast building. A beacon to get fiefdom units and make. I wanna go for the fiefdom spell to get upgrade units out of there, and potentially archers because they have synergy with my cavalry that I'm going hard for. Yeah. The spot there is kinda safe. Okay. Oof, this was a bad fight. Really need to save those troops. Ah, I didn't see it. Yeah, so yeah, level troops you can always get back, just move to them to the R's of the map, whatever, so they regenerate. Yeah, I can't fight here. What am I doing? I'm kind of focusing the pikes with the tower of the farm. So maybe I can actually win there with cavalry, because cavalry is winning against everything that's not pikes or monsters. Ah, I should have gone for the Galatum. What am I doing here? That's rough. I'm kind of looking for Boromir now. Yeah, cool hero. Has this aura. And yeah, what are my other options? Like, I guess Gandalf is not doing much against Zorian. If you're him, if you're the goat hero micro lord, you can actually obviously make use of him, but I prefer Boromir, kind of easy to use. Excellent hero for me. Nice. Doing work with his Grimbjorn. Even because with things like Grimbjorn is that expensive, you can also trample a bit of normal pikes. You won't do much damage to them, but you won't die instantly because he's that expensive. But you have to watch out that he doesn't die, because now, oof, yeah, he's already kinda low and he doesn't have much units to protect him. You always want to make sure to protect the units. This is what I meant. Big mistake by me to just check into my base and kinda spend my money. I'm not actually doing that too well, because I should focus on killing this bear. Now I'm doing. Do I do it? No, I don't. Yeah, I'll get the upgrade for 50 units. Yeah, they are leveled battalions. I need to stand still with them. Ah, this was just one man on the left that regenerate to a full battalion. Those as well. I can't kill this hut yet, but doesn't matter. Just keep your units alive. Yeah, I'm kinda hoarding money. Oof. There are my riders back to full with the well. Now I get the upgrade, which the stable. Where can I see it? Just clicked it so fast. It makes them tankier. I guess you could also go for what? The market upgrades. Iron Forge, whatever. So you can get like heavy armor and stuff, but with this upgrade you don't have to research it on the cavalry, so it's kinda cheap. You Berelgond icon, catching me off guard. Great work to Halbarat and Oscanid and Apple? Wherever. Yeah, that's with the farms you always want to focus or well, in my case you want to focus the spares, so you can trample the rest. You can also catch your enemy off guard with it. Yeah, half the battalion is already gone. I have upgrades on those riders. Well, the tanky upgrade from the stable, and now I can clear it. Even if I lose like some of my troops, I can still heal them up. Yeah, this bear alone, it's kinda risky to have him here solo. Now you chase him with my farm, yeah? Yeah, I hope he has troops nearby. Yeah, yes. Good by him. Good play by TCMG, shoutout. Yeah, now you wanna spend your money, get... Oof, do they even... Ah, you don't wanna spawn 15 units if you have full CP, now they don't come. My bad. Yeah, actually regenerated a lot of units there. Yeah, I'm very good to go. I should go for upgrades by now. Obviously, also good to go for upgrades with cavalry. But well, you can make a lot of choice in Unchained. Every unit, every upgrade, every spell has its purpose. Works great. Just play kinda intuitively. So whatever you like. Whatever you think should be good in this situation. Yeah, now I've had a lot of CAV. And what does he have? He has two battalion of pikemen and one of the Lorraine guards, which give you trample resistance for a time, but if there's this many horsemen, I can win any fight here. They are elite. The bear is low, and yeah, now I should be able to kill him finally. I was kinda not doing the best job of that earlier, but now I got him. Now bear is dead and bear is sad. I finally get my fiefdom troops. The fiefdom spell, the better ones. And he lost a lot of units here. This is basically GG here. Yeah, actually what I can do here is research banner carriers and instantly go for siege workshop. But better go for a bit more troops here. Be safe, better safe than sorry. I already have the spell. So, once you have banner carriers, you don't really need a well anymore. That's when I destroy my wells normally. I'm a big well enthusiast, as you already heard. Great synergy with cavalry. I go for this upgrade, what's it called? English. This economy upgrade on top. Yeah, it even buffs. It buffs my farms even more. So holding the map quite good. The right choice here. And now I have heroes, I have strong carry, I'm on my way to having upgrades. I have big unit variety. And I'm very good to go this game. Very good looking. And the game is also very good looking, not just me. Yeah. Now yeah, I wanna get Banneker's on every troop, especially on the elite ones, on the more expensive ones, on the cavalry, but didn't reach level 2 yet. Now I also have heavy armor, I wanna get this on the elite, on the cavalry first. Actually should have been on the cavalry first, not on the elite pikeman. But well, yeah, now I shoot out the pikes. Kinda chase them as well, so I can get in range with the archers. Those cavalry clump is so tanky now. High level, the stable upgrade, the heavy armor. Catch a battalion off guard here. This is actually his big melancholy, where you can control buy the Dorian guards. The grey ones that you saw earlier, they have a very strong ability where all your troops get armor and trample resistance. You can get them via the Galadriel the Blessed spell if you use it on a tree. New addition on this patch, since having two spells that were only usable when you have a 4K hero was kinda lackluster. Yeah, some of them came out just in time and killed it, and I can kill them now with my CAV cavalry. Yeah, I'm getting siege on the same time since now I get the whole map. I'm a busy man, need to finish. Yeah, always focus your pikes if your archers get into the formation when you fight, especially with the formation spell. Ooh, this was not too great with the carry. I should have gone through the bottom, but yeah, now I press the scatter again, which is R. Use my hero spells. Kinda tanking with the Boromir to get as much as possible out of his debuff when he gets lower. Debuffs enemies. On them. Classic spell. The Boromir's one is such a classic, I love it. It's stable. Yeah, now it's finally GG. Yeah, just keep on producing units. Don't. What I sometimes see is when people are ahead, they are just focusing on the units and forget to rebuild units because, well, your camera is in front of the enemy base. They get the elite ones. Level 5 guys from the beacon. Because, well, I can afford to wait a little bit for it. Yeah, I'm on my way to have 10 power points, but I actually get Rohan, which guarantees me a win if I wait. Yeah, right now I'm just regenerating my units. I lost some cavalry. Well, I didn't lose them, because you only lose them if you lose your whole battalion, but I lost some individual troops. Well, what I could have done different this game is actually, I could have gone for upgrades earlier, for unit upgrades, but yeah, I guess I also got use out of my heroes, and heroes are more fun. Whatever. If you can use your units, if you're capable of using them, then go for heroes. They are a lot of fun. Also strong. Very good at scaling, so you don't lose in the late game if your enemy has heroes and you don't, and somehow wins a fight with a spell or something. Yeah. Now he uses Radagast on the sled. TCMG not the best Radagast user. No flame. He's a friend of mine. I'm always in the watch when I play against him, but yeah, you kinda struggle to find impact with him. I guess he should have summoned it on the foot or on the eagle this time, since I had many elite pikes and cavalry. Doesn't do much here. And that's it. There's one way to play Gondor. Once I made a how-to for every faction, and when I'm better at making those videos, and maybe we'll see another game of Gondor. You can obviously go many different directions with this faction. I went for heavy cavalry this game, and like, I guess the kinda around the heroes, basic ones. Not too spicy. Aragorn would be good if you had a hero, or Gandalf is actually quite a good hero kill as well. Beregond is kinda better when you play against cavalry to defend against harassing or... Well, what's my Boromir doing? He's fighting his inner demons. Okay. Boromir has his strip now at level 5. Yeah, leadership and more armor for him, I think. And yeah, once I destroyed his hut, it's even on the paper it's GG. And this is one way to win with Gondor. Let me know if you have suggestions how these videos could be more entertaining for you, or what you would like to have seen or heard more about, or what you didn't like about this video. Yeah, leave me feedback on this video, and I hope you enjoyed, and see you next time.